Shooting USA is brought to you by SnapSafe and the full line of Trek Light lockboxes. Affordable security for home or travel. Get 15% off with code SUSA15 at snapsafe.com.
Today's lesson is going to be on how to work on your draw here. And there's two distinct methods of drawing a handgun. One of them is hands by your side, and the other one is called surrender. We're going to go ahead with the hands naturally by your side technique. What you want to try to do here whenever you do this draw is to have reference points. A key for me here is my forearm touching the grip of the revolver. It's in a known location. Also, for me, to index correctly on this revolver, I'm going to put the web of my shooting hand directly on the top of the frame right here. Another thing you want to remember, both arms working at the same speed. You don't want the right hand faster than your left hand or vice versa. Another point of interest here is safety. You never want to come out of the holster and sweep your non-shooting hand. So what I'm going to do, as the timer goes off, both hands are moving. You notice my left hand is open. When I come up under the gun, under the revolver right here, I can just roll the finger under the trigger guard here, make a good presentation. Another key thing is never put your finger in the trigger guard until the revolver is level to the ground. Reason for that is if I was to get silly and snag the holster, I don't want to have a double action shot in the holster. There's basically two ways to get to the target. A lot of guys talk about the bayonet technique, and what that is after you grab it, you're just trying to stab that handgun right into the middle of the target. And you can use another style. They come out of the holster and they sweep in from the bottom like this. Both techniques work good, both have their points. Now we're going to talk about the surrender position. You're basically going to mount the revolver the same way. I use the same reference points here. The big difference is how you use your elbow when you use this position. You want to try to avoid coming through the gun and have to draw it and coming back through it again. So you want to pivot your elbow. Just come down with your arm. You notice my elbow is not going behind the center line of my body too much. I'm just trying to minimize how much arm motion I have. So it's a pretty clean setup. You want to come down, grab it, come up right into the target. Now we're going to talk a little bit about how to draw a gun from concealment. This is a standard IDPA style vest. You notice the equipment has to be concealed in this sport. So what I'm going to do with my gun hand, I'm going to come up and sweep the vest out to the side. What you're looking to do is sweep it out fast enough and far enough to where you can get to the revolver without tangling the vest on the stock. So using this technique, you can get a 1.5 second draw pretty easy. So with a little bit of practice of these three techniques, there's no excuse for your revolver guys not to keep them wheels turning.
Well, you've made it to the end of another Shooting USA video on YouTube, and for that, we thank you. We also thank you for supporting the companies that support Shooting USA and your Second Amendment rights, like Armageddon Gear, and of course, Hornady. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, leave a like and a comment. It really does help the channel.